I don't have a degree in psychology or sociology, anything like that, but I do have I have a degree in life. And experience is a great teacher. I feel like if you have to go into a situation, and I'm gonna explain myself because people gonna say I'm crazy, but if you have to go into a marriage with that type of a prenup, then you probably shouldn't be getting married to that person. I'm a solid thousandaire most days. Most days my net worth is hovering in the high four figures. So you look at what Cardi B and Offset are going through right now. You look at Remy Ma and Papoose, what they're going through right now. You look at some of these celebrity couples that got together and broke up. And people say that's why you need a prenup. No, that's why you don't need to get married to the wrong person. All right, so are you my producer officially? Are you officially my producer? I guess so. So you're the executive producer of this? Yeah, I'm here. Okay, cool. All right, so I got my team in here, which is great. It's always nice to have a team, And I got a team now. They both light-skinned. They both good-looking. I got good-looking lights. Okay, I ain't going to do that because then I'm going to get in trouble. All right, so look. Again, so did they hear what I just said a minute ago? They heard it on live, but they didn't hear it on it. Okay, so let me just roll back. I give great advice, and people out there need advice. And people actually, whenever we do a topic on the morning show that involves me talking about relationships and marriage, I would say at least once or twice a month, I get an email from somebody who wants to know something, but they say, I'm too embarrassed to write into the show. But they say, you seem like you know what you're talking about. So what do you think about this? And I'm going to go through my emails and try to find a couple of those. I don't save them all, but I'm going to try to find a couple of those. Because people actually do ask me for advice because, I just know what I'm talking about. I don't have a degree in psychology or sociology, anything like that, but I do have I have a degree in life. And experience is a great teacher. I think there was a song about that. Mickey Howard, Love Under New Management. She started off the song with experience is a good teacher. And I got a lot of experience, so I've learned a lot. And when you get into this age bracket that I'm in, once you get above 55, you really have learned a lot of things. You should have learned a lot of things about life. And that's where I'm at right now. So one of the things that's been burning up the airwaves, if you have been paying attention for the last couple of weeks, is this whole Travis Hunter and Leanna. They just got married this past weekend, right? They just got married this past weekend. This young man has undergone so much scrutiny for his choice to get married to his sweetheart without a prenup. As he's entering the NFL, big contract on the way, he probably signed it already. Something like a $30, $35, $40 million signing bonus. The contract's going to be upwards of that. And so he just stepped into a whole lot of money. And a lot of people have been talking about this. A lot of people seem to be real engaged and involved and emotionally upset about the fact that this boy, this young black man, 22 years old, went into this marriage without any kind of a legal paperwork to say, protect his fortune. Now, I have been reluctant to really put my opinion about this out there. I think I said something jokingly about it on Facebook, but my opinion about it is a lot different, I think, than most men out here. I feel like if you have to go into a situation, and I'm going to explain myself because people are going to say I'm crazy, but if you have to go into a marriage with that type of a prenup, then you probably shouldn't be getting married to that person. Because for me, and it's just me, and I don't have millions of dollars to worry about, okay? I'm a thousandaire. Sometimes I'm 100-aire, depending on how close we are to payday, but I'm a solid thousandaire most days. Most days my net worth is hovering in the high four figures. So somebody gonna do the math on that and be like, damn. Look, I think that you should not go into a marriage with a prenup. And I don't care what your financial situation is. And I'm saying that to say, and people say, well, how do you got to look at it from a business standpoint. You got to protect. No, if you feel like you have to go into a situation like that with legal paperwork to protect your fortune, you are marrying the wrong person, because you shouldn't be going into it with even that much of a thought that, hey, this might not work out. Now, people going to say I'm stupid. People going to say I'm crazy. People going to say you only saying that because you ain't got millions of dollars. If you listen to what I'm saying, it makes sense. Because marriage, if you really are getting married for the right reasons and you really have found your person, that's not going to be an issue. You look at what Cardi B and Offset are going through right now. You look at Remy Ma and Papoose, what they're going through right now. You look at some of these celebrity couples that got together and broke up, and people say that's why you need a prenup. No, that's why you don't need to get married to the wrong person. You don't need to marry the wrong person, because if you're married, if you truly have found your person, there's no financial considerations that's going to come into the mix if this is truly your person. And even you could say that sometimes you find your person and it's still, for whatever reason, at some point don't work out. What Remy Ma and Papoose are going through, two rappers, two New York rappers. They're old school. Y'all are young. Y'all don't know nothing about Remy Ma and Papoose. They from the 90s. But they was hot before y'all was born. But what they're going through, publicly dogging each other out. Cardi B and Offset are going through the same thing. Publicly running each other down, publicly bad-mouthing each other. Even Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor, same thing, publicly going through this thing. These people did not marry their person. I'm sorry. I don't care how good it looked at the beginning. I don't care how people said, well, but they were all. No, they were never all that. They were never right for each other. Because if you break up with somebody, if you can go from loving somebody enough to marry this person to hating somebody enough to want to destroy their life, that was never your person. I'm sorry. It wasn't. Me and my wife been together 31 years, okay? There's nothing at any point during that time, had we broken up, okay? Had we broken up at any point during that time, I would bet everything I have that she would never have tried to destroy my life and vice versa if we went our separate ways. We just would have went our separate ways, because the love and the caring that we have for each other just as people would not allow that. And I don't care what kind of money was on the table, and I'm not going to hypothetically speak, if I had this, then I would. I'm not going to do that, because I don't have that. So I'm not going to go down the hypothetical road of, if I had $20 million, I wouldn't even care. When you got your person, and that's why you got to be so intentional and so deliberate about who you choose. Who you choose to be your person. Because a lot of people just don't know how to choose. You go with who makes you hot. You go with who makes your toes curl. You go with who makes you scream. People go with all the wrong things when they're trying to figure out who their person is, as opposed to picking the person that was. And I'm not even going down the religious route, because a lot of people don't look at things from a religious standpoint. So I'm not going to go down that road. And I ain't nobody's pastor. But I'm saying, people, when it's right, it's right. I know people that's been engaged, that was engaged for 7 years. Engaged for 7 years, got married and broke up in 2 months. I know people that met. I know one couple that met and 3 weeks later got married and been married 15 years. Because they knew. And when you know, you know. But when you know, but you got some questions, you got some doubt, you got some hesitation, just don't do it. People was riding Matt Barnes. Y'all know who Matt Barnes is? Matt Barnes, former NBA player. He has a him and Steven Jackson got a very popular podcast, All the Smoke, right now. Very popular podcast. Matt Barnes, very colorful NBA player, colorful individual. He walked away from, he was supposed to get remarried to this chick a couple years ago. He left her at the altar because she never would sign his prenup. And he got ran through the ringer for that. Because they said he was like, that was a real dick move for him to just leave a girl. No, he did the right thing. Because he knew that wasn't his person. Now, it's too bad that it took him to get to the altar to realize that. But he knew it wasn't his person. Because their decision to form this life bond came down to business. And if he had got married, it wasn't going to work. Because in the back of his mind, he was always going to have that lingering doubt. In the back of her mind, she was always going to have, well, you don't trust me. It was always going to be an issue. So the best thing he could have done is walk away. And if you can walk away from a situation like that and just keep it popping and keep it moving and wake up the next day then yeah, that definitely wasn't your person. Because you should only marry the person. You got to think about it like this. And this is deep. It's shallow, but it's deep. You don't marry the person that you feel, how do I want to say this? You don't just look for the person that you want to live with. You want to find the person that you can't imagine living without. And if you got that person that you can't imagine living without, that's probably your person. Like if you can't imagine this person not being in your life. Like me, I can't imagine my wife not being in my life. I can't fathom what that life looks like with me not having her. And that don't mean that we are 1,000% all over each other, into each other every single day. No, that's not what it is. There's days she can't stand me. Most days she can't stand me. There's days I don't want to, there's days I want to say, hey, you want to take a 3-day vacation by yourself? You want to go somewhere? I will pay for the ticket. Like you have those days and you have those periods. But at the end of the day, I know that my day ain't right if she ain't a part of it in some kind of way, even if she getting on my nerves and vice versa. Okay, so now look what Travis did. Now here's another thing I found out going back to this Travis Hunter thing, right? And this is what makes it interesting. Well, this is one of the things that's interesting about it. And I didn't know this until this week. She's older than him. People saying that he's a simp, he's crazy, he's dumb, he's a simp, he's, whatever. I ain't gonna say all that about this young man. He's young enough to be my son. And I'm not gonna dog him like that. She's 20. When they met, she was 20, he was 17. I was not aware of that. I thought they dated in high school, but apparently she was a little bit ahead of him. And they met sometime, I guess they linked up sometime after high school. And I'm looking at him, and what I see in him, he seems like kind of a late bloomer, let's just say. I just look at how he moves. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he was a late bloomer. Like at 17, she may have been his first day at the dance. Let's just put it that way. And if that's the case, and if she already had a few miles on her, and I'm not saying that in a disparaging way, I'm just saying if she already been out there in the streets a little bit, she understood her body, she understood how to work certain things, you know what I mean? At 17, you are wide open as a boy, and I've been a 17-year-old boy. You wide open at 17. Let me tell you something. Anything you touch at 17, you love. And I mean that. Anything you touch at 17, you love. Even if it's only for a couple of days, you in the game. Especially if that's your first situation. And if she's an exotic, she ain't black, she's an exotic. So for him, that messed him up. And people say, well, she done hit a lick. Yeah, she probably, Every dude with money is a lick to somebody. The only dudes that ain't licks are dudes that ain't got no money. And he's a massive lick because he got, 10 figures in the bank. So, yeah, he's a massive lick. That don't mean it ain't going to work. That don't mean that 10, 15 years from now they ain't going to be together. There's a very good chance they won't be. I'm not hoping for that. I hope it works out. I hope he wins. But he bought this girl for her wedding gift. And I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know that when you get married, you're supposed to buy your bride a gift. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought the gifts come at the reception for the both of y'all. And the gift is me, damn it. The gift is, I gave you a ring. I'm giving you my last name. I'm about to give you a life with a mate. That's your gift. He bought this girl. Drum roll, please. He bought this girl a Mercedes-Benz, not just a Mercedes-Benz not just a C-Class, okay? He bought her, oh, damn it, where is it at? A Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800. Now, what is the price tag for a Mercedes-Benz? And this is 2025. He didn't get this from the used car side of the lot. Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800 is, the price tag is $642,130. You heard me? $642,130. And that ain't including tax. Now, that boy gone. You feel me? He ain't paying attention to what none of y'all saying. So just stop wasting your words about no, he don't need to do nothing. That boy gone. Now, that's a drop in the bucket for the money he just got. That ain't even no real paper for the money he just got. That's less than he gonna make for one game. But that boy gone. Did she hit a lick? Yes, she hit a lick. And from what I understand, she comes from very humble background. She don't come from money. She ain't no debutante, I think she was adopted. She come from an adopted family or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, she come from humble beginnings. So, hey, yeah, she came up. Yeah, she probably going to be pregnant she might be getting pregnant right now as I'm doing this. She might be that egg might be fertilizing right now. And I'm not emotionally involved in it because he ain't my son, she ain't my daughter. And if he lose half his money, it ain't going to affect my bottom line in one bit. So I'm just going to wish them the best. But y'all need to understand that this woman was his first. I'm going to go ahead and say it. She was his first. And as far as he's concerned, she could be his last. That means she did her job. She did her job. So I ain't mad at it. But I hope it works out. I really do. I hope it works out. And I hope you find your person. And when you find your person, sit your ass down. And if you find a person that you feel like you might lose all your stuff, or half of your stuff, that ain't your person. Leave him alone. But just have fun with him. Don't put no ring on it. It ain't your person. And if you're not sure if it's your person or not, call me and tell me the situation. And I'll let you know whether that's your person or not. Because I know when I know when you with your person and when you ain't with your person. Because like I said, you live long enough. If you live past that half century mark, you learn some things. You understand some things. You appreciate some things. You can analyze some things. And if you can't, it's because you're stupid. And you ain't paying attention to life. Because life will learn you some lessons. Write that down. Life will learn you some lessons. Travis found his person at an early age of 17. And people will tell you, some people will tell you that was a mistake for him to lock it down with, and I don't think she's his only one. I think she just might have been his first one. I'm pretty sure as a top ranked high school athlete or college athlete, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. He might have touched something else. along the way. Then again, he might not have. She might be his only. But the question is this whole sowing wild oats thing, is that overrated? Is it overrated for a young man or a young woman to sow wild oats? I think mostly when you hear that phrase, it's often attributed to young men as opposed to young women. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the whole concept of sowing your wild oats, I think that was probably cool in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s even. I think now, in this current day and time, you might want to find your person earlier rather than later. I think we're in the age of learning the importance of sitting your ass down. Locking it in early. Love is a beautiful thing. I think most people would agree. Life without love is kind of unfulfilling. I don't care how much money you got, I don't care how good you look, how many clothes you got, how many shoes, how much stuff. Life without love, if I ain't learned nothing else in over a half century of being on this rock, life without love is quite unfulfilling and quite lonely. It's lonely. You don't want to be in this. You don't want to be in this on this side of the equation and still be by yourself. I just think people undervalue how good that can be. But look, hit me up, man. If I've said anything that sounds crazy, let me know. If I sound crazy, if I sound stupid, you can't offend me. I'm unoffendable. There's no name you can call me that would offend me. But if I sound crazy, if I sound uninformed, let me know. I mean, and you know what? And if I was a gambling man, they say they give that marriage 2 to 5 years. If I was a gambling man, I wouldn't. They've been together longer than that now, so 2 to 5 years. I think that's kind of pushing it, because you gotta figure she's probably gonna be pregnant within the 2025 calendar year. She's probably gonna get pregnant within this year. Because I'm pretty sure if they've been not abstaining, if they've been practicing, non-pregnant practices, non-getting pregnant practices up to this point, I think they're gonna go for it at this point. Okay, so we got somebody. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, what's good? This is here for you on with Here for the Drama. So I'm taking questions and situations and scenarios about relationships, marriage, divorce, any and all of that. It's all on the table. What you got?
So I got married, man, and I had a baby on my wife, man. You think I should go back home or?
Okay, wait a minute. You got married. Wait. I need some more context here. You're married.
Yeah.
But you had a baby outside.
Outside with my side chick.
How long you been married?
5 years. Nah, 4 years.
Okay, 4 years. Now, how old are you?
38.
You're 38. You've been married 4 years. How long was you with your wife before y'all got married?
10 years.
10 years. So y'all got 14 years together.
Yeah.
4 years married. How long you been with your side? How long was you with? Now, is this side chick somebody that you been with, or was it a kind of a one night jump off kind of thing? Like, what was the deal?
No, I with my side chick. My side chick was my girlfriend. I ain't gonna say my girlfriend, but I fell in love with that little pom pom.
Okay, so your side. Now, was you with her the whole time that you been with your wife, even before y'all got married?
No, I just with about 5 years. About 4 years.
Okay, so you've been with her for the whole time. Since you got married, you've been with her this whole time. Do you and your wife have any kids?
Just sneaking.
Do you and your wife have any
Huh?
kids? Do you and your wife have any kids?
Yeah, we just got one son.
How old is your son? Because I can tell you which way this is gonna go,
9.
but I'm just trying to get some background. Okay, so you got a 9-year-old son. How old is the side baby? Is that somebody else?
Baby is 3.
Side baby is 3. Damn. So how you been able to keep it a secret this long? Do y'all live in the same city?
Yeah. Well, me and my wife was staying together, so I used to be, you know what I'm saying, sneaking off, you know what I'm saying, tell them I'm gonna go holler at my homeboy or something, and then you feel me?
Okay, but no, but I feel you. I feel you. But let me ask you this though: does your side piece live in the same city where you and your wife live?
Nah, my side piece live in. Nah,
she lives somewhere else.
Nah, she don't stand the same.
So she lives somewhere else.
Yeah.
So how have you been able to keep her from busting you out with this baby? Or you just take care of her financially? What are you doing?
No, she already busted me out last year. She already had them bust me out.
So so your wife knows about this.
Yeah, I got kicked out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so your wife knows about it. She put you out. So y'all, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
So you and the wife not living together right now?
Nah, we ain't living together, but she want me to come back, but I'm saying I don't know if I should, cause I don't think she gonna respect me the same.
So what about the side chick? Where does she want to be with you, or she just want you to take care of your kid?
I've been living with her, helping her pay these bills.
All right, so it sounds to me like the side chick should have been the one that you married. That sounds like that's where your heart is.
And nah, that's just where a good poom was at, man. My wife, man, I really love my wife though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we were going through some things, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the lack of communication.
And I get it. And she wants you to come back. But you know if you go back, then your side is going to act up. If you go back to your wife, she's not going to let you just keep, you can't just keep hitting that. Go back to your wife. Take care of your outside child. That ain't going to work. You got too much going on. You got too many moving parts. You're going to have to, and you say you're 38, right?
Yeah.
All right, take it from an OG. I got a son that's a little bit younger than you. Take it from an OG. You're going to have to make a decision, my brother. You're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to let something go. You can't keep, like, you juggling these balls, but you can't keep juggling these forever. You're going to have to let something go. Either you're going to have to let the wife go and go ahead and try to work it out and be with the side, or you're going to have to let the side understand that, hey, I'm going to be with my wife, and you're going to have to let go of the good poon and just be like, look. But if the good poon is still dragging you over there, then you ain't really all in with the wife. And this is not going to last. And somebody it's going to end up getting dramatic. What's going to happen is you're going to push somebody to some drama. And you don't want that.
Somebody go.
Somebody got to go. And you got a 9-year-old son, you said?
Yeah. But then me and the side chick had another baby, though. But nobody don't know about that one yet.
Wait a minute. Who just had another? You and the side just had another baby? So now you got 2. Hey, man, you got to leave your wife, bro. Like, and I'm not a big advocate for divorce. You got to let your wife go. You got 2 side babies with this chick. That's your wife now. She's your wife, bro. This you know what? It's like you got a good job, and then you got hired somewhere else, but you trying to keep working at your same job that you was working at. That ain't gonna work. You got to let one of these jobs go. Man. You got to let the wife go, and you got to try to get your son, because here's what's gonna happen. You got to get your son to understand that he has 2 younger siblings now. They're gonna have to have a relationship at some point. You're not gonna be able to cultivate that. Yeah. And deal with the drama between bouncing back and forth between your wife and your side, because your side is no longer your side. Once you have 2 kids with her, she's your wife. You got a second wife. You have an official wife, and now you got a second wife, but you're going to have to deal with that, bro. And I know it's tough. I know you probably got love for your wife, but you don't really like her like that to be with her. Because if you did, you wouldn't have 2 side kids. You're gonna have to step up to the plate and say, you know, and y'all can eventually get to the point where y'all have a possibly, I'm saying, I don't know her personality, but possibly you can get to the point where you can say y'all have an amicable relationship, but it's gonna take a minute, man. It might be a year or 2 where she don't want to see you or talk to you or whatever. But what you don't want to do is mess up your relationship with your son, because your first son, you have an obligation to be his dad, and you also have an obligation to let him know that he has siblings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you know, I got 8 kids, but I'm just saying.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Huh?
Yeah, more information keep coming out the longer we talk. So wait a minute, you got 8 kids? God damn. Hold on, wait a minute. How are these all old? So is the 9-year-old, is he at the bottom of that 8? So you got a bunch of older kids?
The 9-year-old is
he's somewhere
number 6.
He number 6. Okay, sir. How many baby mamas do you have? How many? You got 8 kids. Well, wait a minute. You got 8 kids total, including these last 3.
Yeah. That's so I got 7 baby mama.
Okay, sir. Sir. Okay, yeah. Are you a truck driver by any chance?
Yeah, I'm definitely ill.
I knew it. I knew he was a goddamn truck driver. Look, y'all truck drivers, y'all be some hoes. But look, what you got to do, man, let this wife go. You need to get out of that, because that's just a mess. I'm not even going to lie. That situation is a mess. Y'all are married on paper only. So you need to get out of that. And you need to just be single. You need to never, ever, listen to me, never, ever get married again. Never. You're not good at this. Don't do that. It's like somebody who's been
under no circumstance.
Yeah, it's like somebody who's been doing stand-up comedy for 20 years and they still get booed. Like, no, you're just not. And it's okay. It don't make you a bad guy. You can be a good guy, but you're just not built for marriage. You're just not built for it, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. It don't make you a bad dude. Try to be the best father you can be. Try to be present in all those kids' lives in some kind of way. But you don't need to be married, and you need to let this woman go and let her find. How old is your wife?
She's 32.
Let that woman go and find happiness with somebody that can really commit themselves to her. Don't be selfish. Love her enough, like her enough to let her go, bro. Because right now you really dogging her. You're really dogging her out. And it's not fair to her because she didn't sign up for this.
But the second baby, we weren't together. She broke up with me.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. You got a kid with her. You married her, and you're getting to that point. You could look up in 2 years. You're gonna be 40 years old. You don't want to be still doing this dance in your 40s. Okay. So look, I know it's gonna be tough, but but you got to put your big boy pants on at this point, man. You got to step up and let this woman go. You know, have a conversation. Be nice about it. Don't try not to turn it into a battleground, but let her know, hey, I'm gonna do everything I need to do for my son to be a part of his life, to help you financially in whatever way I can. But I have to love you enough to let you go because I'm not built for this, and it's okay, and she got to respect that.
I'm a piece of shit.
She got to respect. I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna say you're a piece of. I mean, you are a piece of shit, but I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna say it. You said it, but because you probably you sound like you might be a good dude. You just don't have no dick discipline, and that could be a problem. Because not having dick discipline can hurt you later on in life. You want to get that under control. But I'm saying for your current situation, you got to leave this woman, love her enough to leave her, and let her go and rebuild her life with somebody else or whatever. But you got to walk away from that, bro. And get a vasectomy, man. The procedure don't even hurt that much now. At least that's what I'm being. No, I'm serious. You need to get a vasectomy, big dog. You need to get a vasectomy because you're gonna be driving trucks forever and not have no money because you're gonna be paying all your money out to child support. So tell your wife that you're gonna let her, move on. Schedule you a vasectomy.
Oh no, I take care of my kids.
I mean, and that's cool. But get you a vasectomy. Today is Friday. See if you can schedule one for Monday. See if you can schedule a vasectomy for Monday. You got insurance? Yeah, you need to get that thing snipped, bro. Get that thing snipped, and then you can go and spread your non lethal seeds after that. You can spread safe seeds after that. But yeah, man, go get you. So here's what you do. You're gonna talk to your wife. You're gonna tell her that, babe, it's been real. It's been a great 14 years, but we gotta go our separate ways because I have messed this all the way up, and you deserve better than me. You gotta say that. Let her know you're gonna be there for your son. Be there for your son. Make sure your son knows his siblings, and schedule that vasectomy. You gotta get that vasectomy on Monday. See if they can take you first thing Monday morning. Matter of fact, try to find a 24-hour clinic. See if they can take you this weekend. You need to go. you need to get that thing snipped, man. God, dog. All right, man. But look, I hope that helped. I hope that helped you out, man. In all seriousness, I hope that helped you out, and I hope you made the right choice. I hope you made the right move, man. But stop beating yourself up, man. You're not a bad dude. You just have made some bad. You made some unwise choices. But that don't make you a bad guy, man. Don't beat yourself up. You are who you are. God made you who you are. And, but you will be a bad dude if you stay with your wife, though, because you ain't going to do right.
Oh, for real? You think?
That's what's going to make you a bad guy, because you realize that you understand that it's been confirmed, and if you still continue to do what you're doing, that's going to make you a bad dude, because now you're holding her up. You blocking her blessings. Okay?
Yeah, you right. You right.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Keep listening, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Yeah. I think I gave some great advice to that guy. Men have to understand that every man ain't built for this thing called marriage. A brother in that situation, 8 kids, 7 different women. Like, bro, you have no DD. The second word is discipline. The first word rhymes with trick. You have none. Absolutely none. It's ridiculous to have 8 kids with 7 different women. That's insane. That's insane. It's too many. That's too many people to keep up with in your life. I got. Let me see. I got 1 baby mama and a wife, and there was a time when that felt like a lot. I couldn't imagine having 7. We got another call? Okay. Come on. All right, you here for the drama?
Dating relationship. Really here for drama, man. Just need a vent.
Huh?
No, not here for no drama. Just going through some stuff.
Okay.
Need a vent.
You going through some things? All right, well, talk to me. What's happening?
Man, I got in a bad car accident, a few years ago. I had, my vehicle got flipped over a bridge. I had some life-changing injuries to where I was hospitalized for about 4 months. Just the amount of things I've lost and things that just keep happening ever since then is just, I'm at a mental state where I don't know what the hell to do.
Are you incapacitated at this point?
No, I'm not incapacitated.
Are you working?
I had to medically retire due to all the doctor restrictions I had.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. Are you married? Are you single? What's going on?
Single father, 2 kids.
2 kids with the same woman or 2 kids with different women?
Same woman.
Okay. And y'all aren't together?
No.
Are y'all not together due to your accident?
It was before the accident. We just decided not to be together. I mean, and I've tried I keep trying to fill in for stuff, and it's like, you can't do this because you're a restriction. You can't do this because you're a restriction.
So is your issue? So your
it's
issue
like,
is not.
I don't know what the hell to do.
Okay, so your issue is not.
I basically have to. Huh?
Let me ask you. So your issue is not really relationship related. Is that you can't work?
Yeah.
Where do you live? Do you live with somebody? Do you have your own place? Like, what's your living situation?
I have my own place right now, but I don't know how long that's gonna work out either.
Huh?
I currently have my own place, but that's like on the rocky situation also.
Because of money? Because of finances?
Well, basically, and it's not that I don't want to work. I mean, I've tried filling out several jobs, and it's like the doctor restriction prevents me from doing things.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: do you have any in the city that you live in, and you don't have to say what city you live in, but in the city that you live in, have you looked into any resources for like work from home situations where are you good on? Do you have a lab?
I've tried all kind of stuff.
Do you go to church?
Yeah, I go to church.
Have you talked to your pastor at church or see it? Because a lot of churches have resources to try to help people too.
I've tried that also. They've had resources where, like, if you're behind on a certain bill or something, they can help with that. But as far as trying to find jobs, when they've tried to help me find jobs with people that have companies and stuff,
let me ask you this:
kind of, certain doctor restrictions.
Did your restrictions keep you from driving?
Kind of.
So you can't. So Uber and Lyft is not an option.
No, it's not an option.
Okay. Do you have a car?
I have a vehicle, man, but I get stuff is so bad I don't even have insurance on the vehicle.
Let me ask you this: Are you in a city by yourself? Do you have family around you, or like what's going on with that?
My family, our closest family is about 3 hours away, but my dad has stage 3 cancer right now, so they're dealing with that. Mm-hmm. So it's like every time something happens, it's like another thing happens and another thing happens. I just want to get out of this.
I mean, it sounds.
And I'm not the type of person to ask anybody for anything. I survived. Like, man, I went weeks without lights. I've done all kind of stuff you wouldn't imagine, but it's like enough is enough.
And so you kind of feel like you're just absolutely there by yourself with no kind of assistance.
Yeah, basically.
Wow. I mean, it's a tough spot to be in, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's been times in my life when I felt like my back was up against the wall, but for most of my adult life, I've been in a marriage situation. So I've always kind of had somebody there to kind of hold me up. But prior to that, I do understand. I mean, I've been in some tough spots when I was younger. I've been in some tough spots when I was, by myself. When I was, I've slept on the. I know what it feels like to sleep on the street.
I've been doing what I can.
I know all that.
I finally got. My. I've been doing stuff like a little bit at a time. Finally got my. Electricity, gas, trash, all that up to date. Phone bill, I finally got all that up to date.
I mean, the only thing I can tell you, because like you said, you got medical situations going on that's preventing you from really doing much of anything. And if you don't have a support system there, whether that's a sibling or a mate or a roommate or a friend or something, without any kind of a support system, the only thing, like I said, the only thing I can imagine you doing is you got to just keep swinging at those work from home situations. There's a lot of those out there. There's a lot of
man. I filled them out. Trust me, I've been filling them out. You gotta
keep pushing, bro. You gotta keep pushing, because that seemed like that may be the only thing that you have available. Do you have any kind of a skill set? Like, what kind of work were you doing before you got hurt?
I was working in law enforcement.
And you don't have any resources. So were you a police officer?
No, I worked in a prison.
You worked in the bureau in the prison system. But you can't, and you can't do that. You can't go back into the prison system in any type of capacity.
No, because it's with that you have to be able to pass a physical,
right?
Fitness basically every year.
And you can't pass the physical.
I can't. My doctor's restrictions, like I can hardly walk. I can't run. I can't, climb stairs. So it's like,
I would say look. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not an expert in this. I'm not licensed. I'm not a therapist, anything like that. I'm not even gonna pretend like I am. Okay, all I am is somebody who's lived a fairly long life, and I've kind of learned some things along the way. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, because all you can do, man, reach out and like I said, I don't know what city you live in. I don't know whether you live in a big city or a small town or something in between. Reach out to.
Man, I live in a decent sized city.
Okay, what city you live in?
I live in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay. Look out.
I've even tried reaching out to
social services.
The whole 50 Cent, production team, trying to find any type of job with them also. I've tried. When I say I've tried everything, I've tried everything.
Social services.
I got denied Social Security because they said, I tell
you what you do. I don't know if I can. I don't know what I can tell you to do, but what I'm gonna tell you. Do we got anybody else? Wait, okay. I don't know what I can tell you to do, but what I can, like I said, social services, the church, the like I said, the stay at home situation, work from home situation.
Because I don't know.
Like, are you on social?
Any plans looking for people to work from home or anything? I don't care what the job is.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to get out and move around? Like, can you do yard work? Anything?
I can't do yard work.
Wash cars? Can you do anything? Anything? I tell you what. Here's what you do. And I promise you I'm gonna get back to you. You know how to send an email, right? Hello? Did we lose him? Hey, you still there? Damn, I was gonna give my personal email, tell him to send me an email, and I was gonna reach out and see who I got in that area that might could do something for him. But I don't know what happened to him, but it sounds like that's just a bad situation all the way around. I mean, damn. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So much for that. That number that we had, did we reach him? Okay. All right. Cool. Wow. Yep. So, anyway, like I said, I'm more of a I don't know. What could I consider myself? A life coach? Am I a life coach? I think so. I can help people figure out their life. Okay, so what we got? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up with this is here for the drama, here for the dating, relationships, and marriage advice and conversation and topics and all that kind of stuff. It's been lively. It's been fun. It's been interesting, and hopefully somebody learned something from something I said today. And I will see you on the next. Now, it's going to be on YouTube, right? Yeah. So make sure that you like the show, you subscribe to the show, and you support me as we grow. We are in the first phase, the first stages of this show. So make sure that you support Here for the Drama with me, your host, comedian, life coach, Special K Douglas. All right? Deuces. I'll see y'all next time.